Today on Bio by Shai, we will talk about the 8 characteristics of life. The 8 characteristics of life refers to the 8 objectives which determine which things considered to be alive. The big 8 ingredients of living things. So we're going to start with composed of cells, then reproduction, energy processing, development, regulate, order, stimuli, and evolve. And as you can see, I put in a specific order which can give you a mnemonic device. And the mnemonic device is red rose. Now, as we know, all living things compose of cells. Cells are the core unit of life structure and function. We have 2 kinds. We have unicellular, which means one cell. Uni refers to one, so unicellular, one cell. Multicellular refers to many cells. Now remember, bacteria is one cell organism. Reproduction. All living things need to have the ability to create similar offspring. Now pay attention, I said similar offspring, not the same. There are 2 kinds of reproduction that we know of. One is sexual, 2 parents, so mom and dad. The other kind is asexual reproduction, which is 1 parent. For example, the whiptail lizard. The whiptail lizard are all female. So in order for them to reproduce, they're doing it through a process called binary fission. So what they're doing is they're actually replicating themselves. They're doing a duplication of themselves, and once the organism is complete, it's going to separate from them. Energy processing. We get our energy from food, and the food is being broken down or converted to an organic compound which our body can recognize. And that specific organic compound is called ATP, adenine triphosphate. Tri refers to 3, so 3 phosphates. So now I'll show you the 3 ways of breaking down food. We have autotrophs, heterotrophs, and decomposers. Autotrophs create their own food, for example, plants. Heterotrophs digest their food, for example, animals. And decomposers converting dead things to a form of food, for example, fungi or mushrooms. Development refers to growth and development. Growth increases by its physical size, and development is the process from fertilization up to maturity and beyond. Regulation. It is the process in which our body is able to maintain its steady survival mode. So you can also look at it as when our body is going back to a normal state or condition. So examples for that would be our temperature level, pH level, blood pressure, and glucose concentration. The synonym word for going back to a normal state or condition would be homeostasis. Order. The order of a cell all the way to an organism comes from DNA. DNA is the genetic code and the heredity material of all living things. So for now, you can look at the DNA as the book of ingredients of that specific organism or yourself. Response to stimuli. Stimulus is anything that causes you to react to it, and response is your reaction. So for example, watching a movie would be a stimulus, and the reaction of the sensors in your eyes would be the response. Also, when you're listening to music, music would be your stimulus, and the reaction of your sensors in your ears would be the response. Evolve and adapt. It has to do with a change or adaptation of a species to the environment. Now you need to know that this occurs through a long period of time. Sometimes it even takes generations. And the result is a species with better survival mode to that environment. we are also calling it better fitness. For example, there are mice who live on a beach and there are mice who live inland. The mouse from the beach has a lighter color and the mouse from inland has a darker color. This way they can camouflage better, they are better fitted to their environment, so they have better fitness, and because of that, they can survive. Next, on Bio by Shai, we will talk about producers versus consumers, and also the laws of thermodynamics. Thank you for watching, and I hope it was helpful.